following on from that then, I suppose we added a few additional targets as we went along. So we reviewed the declunking character posters which were in use for building bridges in first and second. And you have them all there as well in your pack. And actually, it's amazing now, even a year on, we'll say, the children are, like, I might say, you know, when I'm starting, now if we get stuck in a tricky word today, what could we do? And they're saying, you could use Tryin Lion. And I would quiz them, what does Tryin Lion say? Go back and try it again, or try a word that, and they know them, like, because the teachers have them on the walls, and they are explicitly teaching them as well.
Yeah,
so
the interesting thing about these though last year was that we discovered that we should be using them throughout the school, not just in first and second, which was the original plan, but we've brought some of them back down into juniors and seniors, so that already they're getting familiar with the language and familiar with they're coming up with, they know themselves how to decode. If you point to the eagle eye, or if you point to the Tryin Lion or whatever, they know what you mean straight away. You don't even have to say it. Usually you would though, you might just use your eagle eye.
So have we a plan of which ones we're going to do in juniors and seniors?
We have. And what I've done I've photocopied there an updated version of our school plan.
Some of the lower ability children have started seeing chunks everywhere for the first time just recently, which is really wonderful, because it's giving them a real sense of, you know, pride, and I can see chunks too.
So like what I find, say when I'm writing a target for a group, like I'll put down, it could be get your mouth ready for the first sound, but then the character that would relate to would be Lips the fish, and they'll nearly say that to you when I say, could we get our mouth, oh yeah, that's Lips the fish, you know. So the children are becoming very familiar with the characters as well. Even in senior infants, they're doing it.
I've used use your eagle eye, because a lot of the new vocabulary that will be in the books would be pictured in the story. So I'm going to say, you know, my target would be, if you come across the word you cannot read, use your eagle eye for clues in the picture. And you see them, they come to a word, garage. And you're like, you know. So,
and for children then whose first language isn't English, have you gone through the pictures
beforehand?
beforehand?
You would specifically, you would specifically. And for a child then with EAL, I would go to them first. I would take that child first in the group and let the rest of them read it silently and work it out, because even with a book introduction, sometimes they still mightn't have
the specific vocabulary.
So I find it's best to start with them, make sure that it's consolidated with them before moving on then to the rest of the children.
What you find often with the children with the AL, they're very strong on visual. If they know their letter sounds and all of that, they can probably sound out any word. I will say, particularly up the school a little bit now, that they're nearly over reliant on visual, that they're missing the structure of how it should sound, or they're missing maybe a bit of the meaning. So it's good.